Everyone. Thank you again for watching all my videos and all that good stuff. So today I am going to start telling my story. And I've actually never told anyone these stories, which is, I never even realized that honestly. So I'm going to start at the beginning. And so this video is called The First Symptom Started at Age 12. More like a sentence. But So yeah, I was a really healthy baby when I was born. I was walking like at 6 months, something crazy like that. I swear, ask my parents and my sister. And I and everything was fine. Like I was just in great health. I was a really happy kid. They didn't really have problems with me at all. And then I became a teenager. Um, but I'll never forget it. So I was 12 years old, around, I think, and so my sister was 16 at the time. I know she was visiting home she was studying abroad in Spain. And I'm pretty sure or she was visiting from somewhere. I know, I remember I hadn't seen her for a while. And I just like wanted to be with her. And so my dad and I were going to go to the Russian store to get some food. And I remember I got this really, really terrible headache. Like I remember screaming. I don't really. It was just I remember it being very traumatic. I remember screaming and crying because it just hurt so bad, and I had never felt a pain like that ever in my life. And I was so young, I was scared. And so I took the regular thing like a Tylenol or ibuprofen or whatever, and it didn't go away and it just wouldn't stop. And I just remember being the worst pain ever. It was just so painful. And I just remember being really, really scared. And I know that that moment and that trauma was the beginning, like foundation of all the other traumas that got stored in my body to cause me all this pain and stuff. So, and all the physical symptoms. So that's really where it started. And even thinking back, I could feel it in my body. It's so interesting how these memories are stored and you forget about them until maybe you think about it and you become aware that your body changes, like experiencing it again. So I remember that, and I remember I just was like begging my mom to make it stop. I mean, it was just so bad. And I remember I was laying on the couch and all I wanted to do was go to the store with my dad and sister. I just like so wanted to be a part of it and go to the store and be with my sister. And I was just like, no, I'll go. Like, so I'm crying, but wanting to go to feel a part of something, not wanting to be left behind. Okay. This is like this is the child's brain. This is how it works. And so that's what I stored of like, I didn't want to be left behind and needing to fit in with them to go. And so I was laying on the couch crying. Anyway, this is all gonna come full cycle eventually. I'm just like laying the groundwork for how it all ties into everything I've learned and applied to myself. So I remember my mom promised me that they're gonna wait for me, and she brought me over like a tiniest piece of a pill like that, so small. And I was like, "What is that?" And she's like, "It's for migraines. Let's try it. Like, let's try it." Like I was screaming my head off. And I remember I fell asleep and I woke up and it was gone. And so we knew then, like, that was my first migraine at age 12. And it was very traumatic. So, so then I woke up and they had waited for me and my mom took care of me. And then I woke up and I was like, okay, let's go now, to the store, like, shake it off, it was just. And so we went and I went to the restroom back there and I realized I had gotten my first menstrual. We're all adults here, like it's life. So I became a woman the same day that I had like one of the most traumatic experiences of my life. So that's also something that stays in the psyche and comes into play later. And I came home, and then from then I kept having headaches and migraines, and so they put me on birth control at age 12 to control it, and it helped. Like, I mean, like, we were willing to do anything. It was so bad and I was so young. Oh, like, I can't believe it. It's like I'm really remembering it again. Sorry, I could compose myself. And that was the beginning. And thank you so much for listening. That was really wild to share. I didn't realize I would get so emotional. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you stay tuned for how that developed and yeah, where it goes from there. Thank you again for listening. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.